So I've been getting a handful of DM requests lately asking where I've been, or when's the next video, or what happened to the Golf, and there's a good reason for that. And to be honest, I've just been traveling a little bit, exploring. I've been checking out new nature spots and new city views. You guys know I love views. So here's a little bit about what I've been up to. Then it hit. With all this time away from home, I started to actually miss driving the GTI, and it's been a while since I've been away. So I really wanted to get back to it, get back to the driving, get back to the videos, and just overall have fun with this thing. It's almost like a little kid excited to use his favorite toy. As cheesy as that may seem, but this car's been a lot of fun. It's been a pretty awesome journey. My name is Joe City, guys, and without further ado, I present to you the new mod for the Golf. Alright, so straight out of Sweden, guys. So we got our intercooler pipes right here. Instruction manual with the clamps. Pretty neat packaging. There's the outlet port in the port. This thing looks sick. And this is obviously, again, the tube and fin design. Overall, really nice piece. I can feel how much lighter it is already compared to the eBay, but let's go ahead and check. It's about 22 pounds, guys, so it's about 8 to 10 pounds lighter than the eBay version. And swapping out the intercooler, it's pretty simple. I mean, you're gonna go ahead and remove the front collision sensor and also the front bumper. But this is an older clip. Here we have everything exposed. And this is the eBay Chinese intercooler that we have in here. You can take a look at that. Everything's pretty dusty, but doesn't matter. No one's looking there. But here it is, guys. This is super thick boy for sure. Just take a look at that there, how it's sitting. We're removing the intercooler from the back side today. It's actually a little bit easier. And take a look at our 5-bar put sensor down there. That video's coming up next. So I found the easiest way is to jack up the car once you pop this out, and we're going to go ahead and release it from underneath. But you can really see how much thicker this thing is compared to stock. It is very hefty. So once we got it out, here it is. And here's a comparison between the Chinese eBay intercooler, the Majesty, and your Swedish DO88 intercooler. You can see the DO88 is a little bit slimmer, a little bit thinner, but overall they're about the same size in terms of height. The DO88, it's got bigger inlet and outlet ports. With the eBay, I had to fabricate these custom mounting brackets for the AC condenser. See these little screws right here? Shave them down. Little gold metal bracket to secure it in place. The eBay intercooler doesn't come with any hardware, so that kind of blows, but it's a very good budget intercooler to get. When it comes to the quality control of these things, man, they're not so great. You can see how one side slips on and off very easy. The other side, for some reason, it's made a little bit wider and doesn't slip on as easy. Trying it on the DO88, obviously it slips in snug. Same thing with the other side, very snug. Right away I could tell the quality between the two guys. Here's a close-up. This is where your radiator will mount to. You can see that mounting tab is thicker. It's got more clearance, and this one is more narrow. So fitment on the eBay intercooler, it's a little weird. I mean, it works, right? It's very budget friendly, but it's a little weird. I do like how the DO88 includes these insulation strips right here. And take a look at that. Very cool. Alright, so we got the intercooler out. All that open space. Now, let's go ahead and place the DO88 in there. We've got it pretty much in place. Now we just got to secure everything. You can already tell it sits just a little bit more inward compared to the eBay version. But man, this thing looks dope. Here's that mounting tab for the radiator. See how it slides in very easy even with the insulation piece there. Now your AC condenser, you might have to shave it off on the left ear, but I kind of just kept it the way how it is, to be honest. It doesn't really bug me. But it mounts pretty easily. And now we've got our radiator back in place. Gonna snug it in. This little rubber strip that you see here, this rubber seal, that is now flush. Prior to that it wasn't. It was sticking out because of the thicker eBay intercooler. We've got our EQT discharge pipe. Here's the stock one. We took that out. And here's that EQT. It's gonna help with some flow here, especially for the upcoming tweaks. One thing I will say is that this silicone hose is kind of a pain in the ass to put on, but we got it on there. Look how it mounts right there. Pain in the ass, but you can see right there I had to hand slip it on. Some people put it in boiling water to make it expand. Another thing to note is that the DO88 hose clamps, they're a little iffy comparing the two. You can see the DO88 on the left, it started to strip after tightening everything down. The one on the right is our OEM hose clamps. So thankfully the OEM ones, it has bigger teeth. It's able to hold and grip onto those hose clamps a lot better. I did use a T-bolt clamp as well, but yeah. Also, take a look at this. We got everything secured now. Our hoses are in. I can already tell you there's much more clearance. You can see that right there. And we've got our EQT discharge pipe right there. Very cool. And here we are. We're on the way to the East Station right now, and man, I gotta say, it feels very good to be back in the Golf again. I miss this thing, and we're gonna pump up some gas. Cool, then you wanna fill this up to that top line, put it on tight, shake. Go ahead and hit a little bit of boost. Make sure we're in sport mode. Cool. Oh shit. Oh man, I missed that. Woo! We are back. Oh man. All right guys, let's go ahead and pull over and talk a little bit about what's been going on. Pop the hood for you. Take a look at this. Alright, so what can we say? Oh, let's turn up the brightness a little bit. There you go. So what can we say about the new intercooler? I mean, install was a breeze. Doing it from the backside, definitely underrated. Something to note if you are already flushing out the coolant in your system, you already have it out. backside, super easy. You don't have to deal with the crash bar and mounting it back in place and making sure everything is aligned. So much easier. Just pop out some clips here, lift everything up. But the intercooler itself, I do notice there's a lot more space now, a noticeable amount of space between here, which is good. With the eBay, we had rubbing on the radiator hose that you see right here. The actual, you can't see it that well, but right there, it was basically touching the intake filter box. That kind of messed things up because in this box you get really hot, or at least warmer than it should be. So we had to change that. Now, I mean, you can't really tell, but there is a gap. It's no longer making contact with this, which is good. It's great, actually. The intercooler hoses, I mean, they're pretty cool. The main difference is because since we have the EQT discharge pipe right underneath this, it makes it a little bit tougher to mate onto the intercooler itself. Different diameter sizing on each side. It's also, you can see right there, see where that sensor is? That was much closer to the belt, or with the eBay intercooler, and now there's more clearance. And I know some of you will say you can basically adjust the distance in this entire frame underneath here. That was already adjusted and it was still pretty close. Now it's not that close, so there's that. Again, because this intercooler is just slightly thinner. But the thing about the tube and fin, guys, is that it's what's usually, or at least from what the research that I've done, it's usually recommended by like racing teams. The bar and plate version that I had before, those are good because they are a lot thicker, they're more dense, so they have a higher thermal capacity. Basically means it takes a little bit longer to get to that higher temperature. So it's able to withstand more heat, but the drawback about that is also it cannot dissipate the heat as quickly. So it retains more heat than a tube and fin, but it cannot release that heat as quickly as a tube and fin. So tube and fin is able to dissipate the heat usually quicker than the bar and plate. So that's one of the main benefits. It's usually recommended by a handful of like race teams and stuff like that when they do like autocross, if you're going to do a lot of like road driving. It's also recommended for a street car. So I wanted to give it a try, see what it's all about. So far, again, I love the fitment, so much better. And yeah, I mean, I can't complain. I know I say this a lot, but it is it ain't too shabby, man. I'm excited for this thing. It was good to be back, guys, and making videos for you. Tube and fin versus bar and plate. Very cool. But yeah, so tube and fin is able to dissipate the heat better. The bar and plate can withstand more heat, but can't release it as quickly. It holds the heat just a little bit longer. So it's all about finding a good balance between the two, to be honest, between what can allow for more cooling, but also what can flow well as well. The DO88 is rated as one of the higher flowing intercoolers. You know, there's drawbacks to that, but there's also pros to that, just kind of what I mentioned right now. So it's something to keep in mind. Dyno cars, usually bar and plate is the way to go. If you want to get like crazy numbers on the dyno or just bump it up just a little bit more, you can do that. But tube and fin, again, it's good for the street cars, street builds. I'm trying to think, what am I missing? Intake is sounding great. I love it. Spool sounds good on this. Stay tuned for the next video. It will be about the EQT sensors that I have. So now we're able to raise up the boost a little bit more, turn up the boost. So stay tuned for that. We're going to talk a little bit about that next time. But if you have any questions, as always, drop them in the comments down below. And hope to see you on the next one. Peace. You hear that Mustang out there? They're wild out here, man. It's crazy. Yeah. I also like that the intercooler is darker, you know, it's very low key. Honestly, guys, the extra weight savings, I know it may not seem like a lot, but being at the very nose of the car, the very front, the intercooler is like right here. It's like the furthest, one of the furthest things up front of the car. Just dropping that off a little bit, it helps. You might not notice it right away, but everything helps, especially in such a forward part of the vehicle. Anyways, thanks for watching and hope to see you on the next one. Peace.